We got the 12 of the worst bizarre accidents.
Justin Vicky's legs and arms were trembling. On his shoulders, the bodybuilder was holding a barbell weighing 210 kilograms.
Easy!
In the gym surveillance camera footage, we can see Justin's colleague attempt to help him hold on. However, later, in the footage I can't show you here, Vicky falls along with the barbell. With its colossal weight, it hit first his neck and then his head. The bodybuilder sustained a severe bone fracture and died.
He died?
In this video, I have gathered 12 real stories of deadly accidents that don't look real.
Wait!
You'll be shocked to find out where death may be awaiting you.
He
As
died.
always,
Wait, he died from that? Wait, I thought the gym was healthy, bro. I didn't know you died here. Oh, what? Hey, Sad, appreciate you giving a sub to one of my closest friends, dude.
Where discretion is advised.
Oh, yo.
In January of 2015, 68-year-old Dennis Antiporak from Miami decided to relax in a sauna in his backyard. A few hours later, his daughter Laura realized the man had disappeared somewhere. At first, she called for Dennis through the sauna door, but there was no answer. Then, Laura opened the wooden compartment and saw a horrific picture. In the sauna, she saw her father's dead body, burned to coals.
What? I can't get that image out of my head.
Upon arriving at the scene, Antiporak's wife could barely recognize her husband.
He was black, and there were large pieces of skin all on the floor, and blood.
No one knew how many hours he'd spent inside, and most importantly, why hadn't he climbed out? The family examined the scene and found that the sauna's timer, which had kept the door locked, was faulty, so Dennis couldn't open the door from the inside.
Oh, that makes sense. Bro, I was gonna say, you would know if you're dying from being in a sauna. Like, you're just gonna get out. But it was locked, bro. Yo, yeah, why would it lock? Yeah, why? Wait, hold on. Why is there a lock on the sauna? Huh?
The medics concluded the man had died from asphyxia and overheating. His family had been preparing to celebrate Dennis Antiporak's birthday the following week. Instead, they had to plan his funeral. How can one relax in peace after such a thing if death is awaiting you even during rest?
Yo,
in May of 2023.
You reckon he passed out and died? Yeah, but when you wake up, like, from dying, bro, I'm pretty sure, like, if I'm somewhere dying, I'd wake up. No, Saturn, when I'm on, when I'm, like, watching videos and stuff, it's on muted alerts. Like, there's text that pops up somewhere. Thanks for the sub there, bro.
20-year-old Zachary Porter took his friends on a walk along the Turnagain Arm riverbed in Alaska. However, Zachary's leg got stuck in the wet sand, and then the soil started sucking him in.
Uh-oh.
The thing is, Turnagain Arm is known for its cunning muddy shoals that appeared during low tide. During a high tide, the mud gets wet on the bottom, becomes puffy, and can create a vacuum. From the outside, the soil surface looks hard, but when you stand on it, it'll start sucking you in. Something like a quicksand. Travelers are warned about the danger of this area by the signs installed along the river. Yet it was too late for Zachary. He was screaming and hopelessly trying to break free, but was only sinking into the mud faster.
Hey, Burning, I know what you're thinking, bro, because I thought about it myself. They're not on about the good sucky, it's bad sucky, bro. Don't even think about putting your cock in there, bro. Listen, yeah, it's not gonna end well, bro.
His friends wanted to help him, but one wrong move would get them trapped, just like Porter. When the rescuers arrived, Zachary was already too deep and couldn't be saved. He died.
The number of friends that are completely devastated by
why is that not like barrier off?
Is really a testament to what a big heart he had.
You never know the exact moment that will turn a fun and lighthearted journey into hell.
Hey, look, chat, we all know someone's done it, bro. We all know someone's attempted a quicksand job. We know there's gotta be someone out there that's tried it, bro.
February 7th, 2024, in the port city of Poti, at the west coast of a country named Georgia, 3 men gathered to perform a record-breaking flight aboard the Cameron Z315 hot air balloon. They planned to cover the distance from Poti to Vashloveni National Park, totaling 400 kilometers. Misho Bidzanashvili worked as a videographer, and Krzysztof Zapart and Ravaz Atugauri were balloonists. Ravaz even held 3 national records in this sport and served as the president of the National Aeronautics Federation of Georgia. On his Facebook page, he actively posted updates about their preparation for the event and later about the flight's progress. Already up in the air, the three friends took this photo, savoring their prospective new record. Yet none of the three men had any idea that this picture would be their last. When the balloonists had already made 2/3 of their way, passing near Asuriti village in the south of Georgia, the balloon suddenly got caught up in the power lines. This video shows the flying contraption explode, catch fire, and start falling apart, hitting the ground and
Wait. I thought it's like they have to be high in the air. Why is it so low to the ground for the power lines? Why is it so low?
Georgia. The balloon suddenly got caught up in the power lines. This video shows the flying contraption explode, catch fire, and start falling apart, hitting the ground in the end. The footage makes it clear that the three men had no chance of survival.
Yo, I would never, ever go on a balloon ride, bro. Here, ever, dude. Bro, I'm the type of guy where I'm that unlucky. I will get a bird swarm straight into my balloon and it's pop the balloon and I go flying off into space. Yeah, the space part would be pretty cool, but I'm dead, so nah.
All of them fell to their deaths. However, I'm more scared of tragic stories about people being in places where they shouldn't have been in the first place. On May 11th, 2013, Liam Manley was sitting near a shop in central Cork, Ireland. On that day, he was habitually drunk, which got him kicked out of the shelter for the homeless. Suddenly, the man was approached by David O'Loughlin. David pitied the poor man and offered Liam to go back to his place and have a drink together. However, the two men had a serious argument at David's house. The reason for the conflict remains unknown, but it turned into a real fight. David kicked Liam out of his apartment door and pushed him into the garbage chute in the hallway. Liam went unconscious due to the injuries he sustained, but he was still alive. The chute was used for transporting garbage to the building's basement and to keep it from clogging. There was a mechanism inside that pressed the trash together. On the following day, a maintenance service employee, Francis Ford, was informed of the chute clogging. The man started pulling garbage bags out, and along with them, he pulled out Liam Manley's dead body.
Oh my god, that's mad, bro. So you take in a homeless person for feel bad for them, and then you murder them! You take, like, you're a nice person to take someone in, but then you murdered him!
Francis immediately called the police, who found the murderer in no time using surveillance cameras. After David kicked Liam into the garbage chute, the victim got stuck upside down, completely immobilized. Spending a long time in the upside down position, especially for over 15 minutes, can endanger a person's life by causing severe brain damage and even death.
Wait, I don't know about that, bro. I've done headstands for a long period of time, and I didn't die. Chat, we've all done it, bro. You know when, like, you're in school, you're with your friends, and you do, like, a headstand competition? I'm pretty sure some has gone, like, more than 10 minutes, dude. Not over 15 minutes?
It's understandable, as this disrupts the blood flow and increases pressure on the vessels and the heart, which can cause cardiac arrest. In addition, the man was in a crooked position and could barely inhale, not to mention that there was no air to breathe in the clogged garbage chute. So the cause of his death was asphyxia, or, in simpler terms, choking. David O'Loughlin was sentenced to life in prison. Poor Liam believed he'd found...
Hey, chat, you better stop it, bro. I don't have brain damage. I don't have brain damage. What are you on about? I'm one of the smartest people you guys know.
New friend, but ended up dead in the garbage chute. Another man also didn't expect to be caught in a trap. His name was Michael Barnett. On June 25th, 2007, a Yorkshire city named Hull suffered from a small-scale flooding. On his day off, Michael decided to go to a tropical fish shop where he worked to help his boss protect the business from the floodwater, since it kept taking over the city. The muddy water reached up to the man's knee. Mike was walking down the street, and at some point, he got off the pavement to cross the road. Suddenly, something sucked him down, and the man got stuck. Mike was passing by a drain, and a powerful stream of water running into it took hold of the man. His leg broke and got trapped between the metal bars guarding the sewage entrance. Barnett's boss heard his screams and rushed to help him.
Wait, how could his leg fit down the gap? Like, they're not big gaps, bro. Like sewer drains. The bars are like, how is his leg fitting down there?
911 as he ran. The emergency services arrived at the scene immediately, and the rescue operation was broadcast
Correct.
live on the local TV channel. In this footage, we can see Michael struggling to stay in place because of excruciating pain and nearly choking on the water that wasn't even that high.
Mad.
After a few failed attempts to rescue Mike, it was decided that the only way to save his life was to amputate the leg that got stuck in the drain.
Oh, no.
However, after assessing the situation, the surgeon said it was almost impossible, as he'd have to operate under the water. This wouldn't work without assistance from a team of divers who also disagreed with such a risky plan.
Bro. Can't you just chop off the bars? Like, he's not in the middle of the ocean, mate. He's in a road. They're acting like he's in the middle of the fucking ocean, bro.
While everyone around was struggling to come up with the rescue plan, Michael died of hypothermia. The man had spent around 4 hours in the cold rainwater. Yet the most horrifying part of this story was that Barnett's father was watching his son's slow death live on television. The broadcasting channel
Mad.
received a barrage of complaints for the ethical issues of the story.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, chat. I ain't gonna lie, bro. 4 hours stuck in a drain and you die when there's people there. I feel like in 4 hours, remember, chat, we can go to space. We can build tunnels in the middle, in the ocean, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But we can't cut a small pipe in water in the middle of the street. That don't make sense to me, bro. That don't make sense to me, bro. That don't make sense. Surely someone could have done something.
But its employees had no idea they'd actually filmed Michael's death since, apart from him, there were literally no other victims in the whole flooding.
Mad.
Mike and Liam's stories are striking examples of people accidentally ending up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Mad.
On September 3rd, 2018, an employee of a foundry in Kolhapur district of Maharashtra, India, pulled a very ill-fated prank on his subordinate. In the footage from surveillance cameras, we can see Aditya Jadhav walk to Rakesh Wagmore to ask about something. His boss was holding a compressed air pipe used when working with steel. First, Rakesh jokingly pointed the compressor pipe into Aditya's back and hair.
Why?
And the man even played along with it. But then, when Aditya turned his back on his boss, Rakesh suddenly pressed the compressor against his subordinate's rectum area. This primitive joke had a dire aftermath. The compressor pushes out air with extreme force. This caused Aditya a serious intestinal injury. The camera caught the young man collapsing in agony, while the other workers didn't even pay attention to it. Aditya was rushed to the hospital, where the medics spent 15 days fighting for his life before he died. The young employee was just 18 years old. Rakesh Wagmore escaped to hide from the police and is still regarded as missing. However, irresponsible bosses can't always dodge punishment.
Yo, that's crazy. Bro is on the run for air blowing and killing someone. Bro, that is crazy. What the fuck?
January 14th, 2020, 24-year-old engineer Louis McFarlane and 2 other employees of Lift Monitoring Systems Company were sent to a factory belonging to Mueller Yogurt and Desserts in Market Drayton, Shropshire. The facility's elevator had been out of service for weeks. There were also issues with the door opening mechanism on one of the floors. The engineers got to work. One of them went inside the cabin. Another was standing outside on the floor. And
yeah, Maisie, I hope you start feeling better soon, Maisie.
Louis had to climb up on top of the cabin. To ensure safety, the elevator was put on inspection mode, which meant solely manual
Oh, it's
operation.
gonna squish him.
However, a disruption happened, and the elevator suddenly switched to the normal mode.
Oh,
For
no.
the first 2 minutes after that, the mechanism was rebooting and remained static, so the clueless Louis continued working on top of the cabin. Suddenly, the elevator started moving down the hoistway. Louis wasn't ready for this and fell right into the space between the elevator cabin and its other elements, where he got crushed immediately. His colleagues' attempts to save the young man were in vain. Louis died. But if you think your job is much safer than elevator repair, you may be wrong. In March of 2024, a 94...
Bro, I feel personally attacked right there, bro. A fellow Lewis. I feel like I should go and a clueless... Bro, all Lewises are smart. Not Clueless Lewis, bruh. His real name wasn't Lewis. That was his nickname. His real name was Paul. He wasn't a Lewis.
Elevator repair, you may be wrong. In March of 2024, a 94-year-old farmer, Robert Wayne Smith, and his son were working at their family farm in Tabor, Iowa. The son was transporting trailers with soybeans, and Robert was unloading them into a large storage facility when the younger man returned with another trailer.
Hold on. This story's already crazy. He's working at 94 years old? How are we just gonna go past that? Like, that's not mad. He's still working at 94? Yo. Farmers never quit? Bro. That's mad. Wait, really, Lua? You're a farmer? You feel like you're the same? Farmer's got a farm, bro. 94 years old, bro. Fair play. Fair play.
He was aghast to see that his storage facility, when the younger man returned with another trailer, he was aghast to see that his father had somehow fallen into the giant container of beans.
Aww.
Since the vessel became narrow closer to the bottom, like a funnel, Robert was being sucked in fast. Despite their best efforts, the police and the rescuers didn't manage to get the man out in time. Robert died in a trap without air. Since 2021, 29 cases of people literally drowning in grain storage facilities have been recorded, and 11 of them ended in death. However, accidents happen even more often if extreme temperatures are involved. In 2010, 54-year-old Alan Catterall found himself in a desperate situation right in the middle of his shift in Cheshire, England. The man worked for a business that manufactured kayaks, narrow and long boats made of plastic. At some point, Alan walked into a large industrial oven to scrape off the melted plastic. The other workers didn't see him walk in, so they closed the oven and turned it on. Alan felt the heat rising. The man bolted to the door and realized with terror that he was trapped in this hell. He found a crowbar somewhere and started trying to break the steel door, but in vain.
Even a
The
crowbar's
oven's
gonna get
design
hot.
made the door automatically close and get blocked the moment it was turned on. This was done for emergency efficiency, but no one thought about the workers' safety.
Yo, chat. I got a crazy idea. I don't know if this is like impossible, but it don't seem impossible. Why don't these kind of machines, because we've heard a few stories now where this happens. Why don't these kind of machines have a fail switch or a safety switch inside? So like if you get trapped in there and it gets trapped, you hit the big red button, boom, and it stops. A kill switch. Like, yeah, I know people will say other things in the thing might hit the switch. No. The kill switch is padded by like something. You know what I mean? Like you gotta lift up something like a pad and then you gotta press it. You know what I mean? Why don't they do that? I don't get it. Why don't they do that?
And the probability of such situations.
Because this has happened more than once, bro. Like we've heard a few stories like this. It costs too much? Really?
Alan was calling for help, but his cries remained unheard in the rumble of the factory floor. When Alan's colleagues opened the oven, they were aghast to see the body of their friend who had died of scalds.
Mad.
The worker who turned the oven on was especially terrified.
Hey, guys, appreciate the gift, dude.
This man was going to marry Alan's daughter, yet he was not at fault. The court pinned the manslaughter accusation on the kayak manufacturer and the oven designer, who hadn't thought of an emergency exit. Cases of people getting injured because of high temperatures happen very often at plants and factories. There are far fewer stories about the dangers of extreme cold in the workplace, yet they're no less terrifying.
They
On May
need
11,
bell switches, dude.
2013, Nuette Lee started her shift at an Arby's fast food restaurant in New Iberia, Louisiana. The woman was the general manager, and one of her duties was to come first and open the restaurant. When her son, who was also an Arby's employee, came to work a few hours later, he couldn't find his mother anywhere. It was like she'd just vanished. He searched around the entire building before finally heading toward the freezer. The guy opened the door and saw his mother lying on the floor, covered with ice. She wasn't breathing.
What?
There were traces of blood on the door inside the freezer, which meant that the woman spent the last minutes of her life desperately trying to break the door and save herself.
Oh, mad.
As it turned out later, As far back as 9 months before the incident, the employees informed their bosses that the freezer door had broken, but no one wanted to spend money on the repairs.
Oh my, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. They do realize if someone dies in there, it's gonna cost more in lawsuits. So you can't get out if you get locked in a freezer, bro. Because it's broke. Because it's broke.
Because of this, the workers had to use a screwdriver to open the door every day and put a large oil box in there to stop the door from closing by itself.
No!
The lawyer hired by the Nuet family said he'd checked the freezer himself and that when he opened it, the cold was so extreme that he couldn't hold out for over 30 seconds by the door.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I worked there and they was trying to get me to do that and that, I ain't going in there, bro. You go in there. I ain't going in there. The boss can go in there. Hey, Doubt, appreciate the big 5 gifted, bro.
Having the door closed and having that moment of realization of, I'm not getting out of here. It was minus 30 degrees in there.
He noticed another interesting detail. There actually was an emergency lever inside the freezer. If pulled on, it would immediately signal to the bosses that someone was trapped in the freezer. All the restaurant owners had to do was connect it to a phone line, yet they neglected that too. Although this simple measure would have saved Nuet Lee's life. All of the cases I've mentioned so far were unexpected, but there's a story in which the sad ending could have been predicted. In 2019, a Chinese video blogger bearing the last name of Suan from Hefei decided to take up the challenge of eating raw centipedes and geckos during a live stream. As if that wasn't enough, the creatures were poisonous. Suan went unconscious during the live stream. When the police broke into his house, they found the man already dead and his camera still working. Have you ever seen people on the brink of death in your life? Write your answers in the comments to warn as many people as possible against doing the same thing.
Yo, that's like me going right now. Yo, chat, I got a very smart idea. I'm gonna swallow a blade. A 10-inch blade with no handle. It's just all one blade, bro. Or what's the ninja stars? I'm gonna swallow one of them, bro.